Hello everybody and a warm welcome back to Crafters TV. How are you? We are here Wednesday evening, just gone 5 o'clock here in the UK. Hope your afternoon's going well. Where are you? Midday Eastern. Hope your morning's going well if you're watching us on Pacific time, just gone 9 AM there. We are here for the final 2 hours of your day. It's a masterclass. However, slightly different tonight in the fact that we are going to be bringing you lots of hints, tips and ideas with Sheena, but we're also going to be looking back at some of the big launches from last week. When I talk about those, I'm talking about things like the Crafters Inspiration Global Magazine issue 5. We have got the Age of Elegance collection for you as well on the show, and alongside that we've got the Flamazing Flamingos for you too. So lots to look back on. We are going to be seeing digitally Sarah, also Debbie Robinson and Lily over the course of the show. You'll also be seeing me live and me digitally as well. So more me than you can probably handle. Apologies for that. Lots over on the website as well. If you have just joined us over the last couple of days, we have got our buy one get one free section on the web. Last chance saloon to buy on that. It's selected stamps and dies in that particular section. So do have a look. I believe the offers end at midnight tonight, wherever you may be. We'll say a few of those in just a few moments time, but as well as looking at some of those big launches, we are also going to be having a look at the Tropical Paradise collection in a little bit more detail. And the lady delving and diving into that is the lady who's been here all day, the marvellous Sheena Douglas. How are you? How's your day been? Are you looking forward to the show?
How are you? I'm Tickety Boo.
Yep.
How's your day been? Lovely. And am I looking forward to the show? Sure am.
Yeah.
Sure am.
Sure I am. And the Tropical Paradise collection, which you're going to be having a bit of a play with, kind of right up your street really, because it's very mixed media-y, isn't it?
It's very mixed media-y. I've got a plethora of colour and texture, mostly texture, yeah, which is good. And we'll talk about it more very soon.
Yeah.
And yeah, I'm experiencing it with you as we play.
Okay. And as we do have Sheena here live, Sheena is not digital. She is live. She's here in the studio. So if you want to ask any questions about anything to do with this collection, or if you're having any crafty problems, feel free to fire those questions in, and we'll make it nice and interactive. We've got Superstar Susie on the socials. We have got Pat who's joined us saying hi everyone again from a cool New Jersey. Hello also to Christine Mahoney, who says, hello again, everyone. Hi. Ooh, where'd that come from? Sequin. Suzette Sue says, hi, everyone. Hi to Susie, Sheena and Ben. Hello.
Hello.
And hi to Lynn, who says, good afternoon, Sheena, Ben, and all the team from Newcastle. Susie's very excited as well because her Tropical Paradise and Flamazing Flamingos arrived yesterday. I think actually the Tropical Paradise and the Flamazing Flamingos will work very nicely together, won't it? The palettes.
Marriage made in heaven, isn't it? Yeah, because I think of that that whole look. That I love that 50s plastic flamingo kit.
Yeah.
I love that. Yeah, I'm all over that. Love it. Yeah, with the little parasols and things.
Exactly right. Hello. Whoa. We're going to have a look at the Tropical Paradise collection first up. I'll show you everything that you're going to get in it, and then we'll dive in more detail with Sheena. But it is your 18-piece collection, £76 or $104. Let me break protocol here and show you your hardware before we get started. So we are going to be giving you a beautiful embossing folder with all of your tropical leaves on. And as we can see, crossed over there from that with your Flamingos collection, as there is with your stencils as well, because all of those are going to work really, really well with that collection too. So your cheese leaves, your hibiscus, and your tropical grass. You've also got a lovely stamp set in there as well. So if you want flamingos, you've got them in the Flamazing Flamingos collection. If you want lovebirds and tropical parakeets, you've got those in that collection too, alongside more of those beautiful florals. And of course, if you're going to be a little bit tropical, you need a nice little tropical cocktail there as well. I'm thinking maybe is that a pin? Probably. You've also got dyes in this set as well. So you've got Cheers, you have got Tropical, and you've got Love. So those I think are going to work really, really nicely with this collection and alongside your Amazing Flamingos. But to go alongside all of that, you get all of your. Why am I laughing? You know why. You're going to get all of the mixed media items from this collection, all going to work beautifully together, and a lovely kind of dive into lots of different mixed media goodies. So up here, this is your tropical aqua pen. So the Tropical Paradise brings you your tropical pool. You've got pink orchid and your papaya in there. Then your tropical tri-colour brush pen, the Plumeria, that is actually an alcohol pen, but you've got that in hot orange, hat, passion pink and purple petal. Then along the middle row, you've got your glitter paste. So either end there, you've got your Tropical Waters glitter paste. And then here is that beautiful Heart of the Jungle. In the jungle, the heart of the jungle, the glitter shines tonight. Anyway, yeah, also going to get in there a metallic paint marker, liquid gold. It's been a long day. You've got gems in there as well, the jungle waterfall, and then your petals, which are passion flower. All adhesive, of course. You've got your pearl ink pad in there too, so that is the Island Shore. All these colours, by the way, new to this collection, aside from your luxury gilding flakes, which you're going to be getting down there. Actually, I think they are new, aren't they? The mauve, midnight mauve. Or is that the deep iris? Oh, is that right? It's deep iris. That's the one that you are going to be getting. You've also got your duet ink pad, which is the hummingbird. You've got in here your glitter glue, so that is the Calla Lily. Now, this here is supposed to be your sequins. As you will see, there were many sequins on the board originally. There are now only 5. You will get a lot more than 5. They just fall off the board, and I don't know where they've gone, but hopefully you get a bit of an idea as to what they look like. I mean, you probably don't, to be honest. You're going to get your shimmer spray, Birds of Paradise, that beautiful orange, and then you've also got your chunky glitter paste in the hibiscus. So you get a lot of everything within that bundle, everything I've just shown you, plus the embossing folder, plus the stencils, plus the dies. £76 is a brilliant price on that. $104 if you are shopping in the US and you're a Platinum member. As I said, we're going to sort of look at this in bits over the course of the show, interspersed with some look backs at recent launches. So, I mean, the question first off the bat here is, I mean, where do you even start with a collection like this? Because there's so much to it.
There is. And so do what I've done. Just take your time. Just chill. I've sorted out my main kind of like tools for the decoration together. And check out, just take your time and look and see what you've got. Like for here, I know I've got 3 fabulous stencils. So those I'm going to take out. Now those I'm going to use, I'm thinking through here. We're going to use those obviously with the texture paste. Oh, look at this one. Really see the colour of this one. It hasn't obviously been cleaned as well as it could have been.
Okay.
Uh-oh, look at the colour of that.
What?
What? Anyway, but we've got, so we've got the stencils here, which are going to be come into play not just with glitter paste, but we're going to ink through them with the pens as well. So that's the first thing. Now, so the next thing, I'm going to do a demonstration. We're going to do something with, I think, these little, with the stamps. Let's do, I think we're going to use the lovebirds and this floral here. Can you see this little, really cute little patterns here? So I'm going to use that. The folder, uber cool. Again, all mirroring that same tropical theme there.
Yeah.
And then these guys here, one's not open, bear with. I'm definitely going to use one of these as well because I think we need the love from that. So these aren't just for this set, so I'm going to take that out. What I'm doing is I'm looking to see what I've got, and I can't use everything on every card, Ben.
No.
But what I'm going to do is choose what I'm going to go with here. I'm not going to use that, and I think that pretty much we've got everything out of there. I'm definitely using the stamps, I'm definitely going to use the dies, and I'm definitely going to use these here. And possibly maybe the leaves, the flowers. I'm a bit concerned whether that's going to come off. If that's an alcohol pen, it might not come off, so I might be able to use those two. I'm not going to use this leafy one, Right, I'm going to pop that to one side. So I have chosen my super group to work with, to start with. So they're what I'm going to start with. Now, the next thing is colouring products. So I've got them in order. It's just kind of sad, but I kind of become really kind of like, you know, structured when it comes to products. And here's my thought. The stamp stencils and embossing folders on one side. Then we get into colour, and I start off with the bit foundations, which I think are the ink pads. So let me show you. So we've got 2 ink pads. We've got the water reactive, which is going to give you a matte, tropical, gorgeous finish like this. Right?
Yeah.
And you've got a coordinating, very similar colour, but in the shimmer. And now look at the difference in these textures. So with mixed media, when mixed media first hit, and everybody was talking about mixed media, and everybody wanted, oh, mixed media, we're loving mixed media, and it's all trendy and sexy, and everybody wants to do mixed media. Everybody's saying, oh, it's great, you can do anything, and it works. And I have said from day one, and I've stood by it, and I still stand by it, yes, you can with the texture, but not with the colour, right? Mm-hmm. If you have colours that don't work together, it can look pretty, well, scary sometimes, and you're not going to produce anything you're going to put on your wall, because the texture's one thing, colour's a whole other thing.
Yeah.
That's where these ranges, that Leanne's created, helps you out, because we've got all the texture, but they're coordinated with colour. So starting off with that, you're going to be fine. You've got the texture difference in the 2 tealy kind of colours here, in the hummingbird with the water reactive, and the island show in the shimmer. So can you see how it's sorted with colour? We're talking about texture difference. So that's the first thing. Right, the next thing we're going to look at are the pens that we have. So we've got 2 different types of pens. We've got an alcohol-based marker and a water-based marker. So brush pen, basically these ones are going to go, if you're going to mix the 2 together, and I wanted to you know, add a little bit of use the 2 of them in the same project.
Yeah.
What I would be doing is probably using the watercolour as the base and colouring in some area with the watercolour, and then going over to reinforce it once the watercolour area was dry with the alcohol pen. Does that make sense? Mm-hmm. Put that one on second. Then we've got the watercolour version. Now, I don't know if this, yeah, I'll show you this one. So this one's going to blend as well, but because it's watercolour, we're going to be able to do some more with this. And I'm going to actually try a little bit of stenciling and things with this as well.
Okay.
You can see that's not, see the way that's blended, that's what it's intended to do. This one isn't intended, that's not the point with this pen. You've got 3 separate colours, so what this one's all about is going to be about scribbling it on your card like this. So I'm just going through as an overview before we start playing with this. I don't know, I mean, I'm hoping this is useful to you, but this is what I would do at the start of it. That's not the right card. Can you see the way that's gone all blotchy and everything?
Yeah.
Yeah, right, I'm going to change that card and I'm going to get watercolour card. Bear with, because the watercolour product is going to work so much better on the right card. I don't know what card that is I've just picked up, but it was just lying at the side there. But can you look at the difference? Look at that.
Yeah, it's much
That's
better
exactly,
lay down.
I'm pleased that happened, because that shows what difference the card makes. So from that, straight with the brush like that, and then if it's the right card, you can also just put it on and still blend it out. There's no way that was ever going to happen on that weird card, wherever it come from. Okay, I don't know what it is and what planet it was from, but it can go back. All right.
Yeah.
But that's the difference with these pens. It may be the Nina card that I picked up, in which case, then it's just doing what it's supposed to do with alcohol pens, but not with your water reactive. But it doesn't mean we can't go on top with the alcohol pens if we want to reinforce that. But that's how we're going to be using these guys. But we're also going to be using them. Don't forget, you can mix these together. So you can mix a new colour by mixing that pink and that orangey colour together. Can you see? We've got another colour here. We can mix the pink and the teal together. So now you've got a much wider palette by just mixing the colours together. So even though it looks like it's just one pen, you've got so many colours to play with that you probably don't even you don't even realise you've got until you start playing with them. And what also it means though is you're literally, you know, when you've heard people say, well, they're all going to work because they're all from the same palette. That's basically what it means. So you're making all these extra colours, but they all work together because they all started from the same origin. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So look at that there, look at that. There's still loads more I can do. All of that was just with this one water reactive pen.
Incredible.
So what I'm telling myself in my head now is this is going to be my bread and butter colouring pen for me. That's going to be my accent pen. That's going to go over the top to make some colours pop once they're dry. So that's kind of the order I'm using them. The ink pads are going to be used for some backgrounds, blending and stuff like that. And then the other pen we've got in the show is this one here, which is the metallic paint marker.
Okay.
So we've looked at alcohol-based, we've looked at water-based, and now we're looking at this solvent-based pen. So this pen, it's a pump activated, and it also is waterproof once this is on. So this is going to go on anything. This will go on top of anything else you've created in your mixed media project. It'll go on glass, it'll go on plastic, it'll colour your sequins if you want to change the colour of your sequins. So what I've done there is I've just pressed that nib to get the ink flowing through the nib. Can you see? Right, so keep doing that until you get it through to that nib. And now, so clarifying it in my mind, this is going to be the last part of my accents and highlights. That guy there is going to be the last bit on top of the foundations. And
like you said, that pretty much goes on anything, doesn't it?
It goes on anything.
Yeah.
So order of play, if I'm going to use these products together, I'm going to be using my water-based pen first. Then I'm going to add the highlights or pops of colour with the alcohol pen. And then on top of anything, including the sequins or beads we've got coming up, that's going to go on top of everything like that. But not the other way around, because you can't put water-based on top of that stuff. For example, it'll just resist it. So does that, I know it sounds a bit, I hope it's not too confusing, but I just wanted to work through them like that so that you could see that's kind of the foundation we're building on. And that's before we even get to the bling and the other embellishments that we've got coming up. That spray, how joyous is that spray?
Yeah, I know. Birds of paradise in a bottle.
Isn't it? I've got to spray it. Shall we spray it?
Give it a spray.
Let's do it. Let's do it.
Just saying, like, the people chatting about having the for Flamingos bundle, if you pick that up and you haven't yet got this collection, this is a great extension of that Amazing Flamingos, isn't it? Because so much of it's going to work.
Perfect, because it's all that same colour family.
Yeah.
It works with that. If you think of, like, look at that.
Woo!
Wow. And then what you could do, if you want to make it go a bit further, just take your kitchen sponge there, your Brian, your Trev, whoever's hanging around at the time.
Who you got there today? Is that a newbie?
I've got them both. I've got Trev here, and Brian sitting there waiting. Got the young...
Are they working nicely together now, are they?
They're playing nice together. They've moved on, But look at that. It's like tangerine bling. And that's stunning. So that for your matching and layering. So, for example, this heart here, I've got this ready to stamp and play with. You can use your luxury card pack and cut a heart out of your thing. Or you can use a regular piece of card, cut it out like that, and you can just sponge around the outside, and you're saving your gorgeous foiled card. It's the money saver, and you're just putting the colour that's going to coordinate with this, with the bling on the outside that's going to give it that little pop of flash as the same instead of the mirror card.
Yes.
Can you see how I'm thinking here
Absolutely.
as we're going through it, Ben? That's where I would be coming at with this. If that makes sense now. I know what that is. Hello.
There's your spray.
Yes. Got there eventually. So we've got the sprays. Let me take you through quickly the other bits and pieces we've got here.
Okay.
Then you've got your sequins. Look at those. I mean, look at that and that. If that's not like fiery disco stuff.
I was going to say, that's like an 80s party, that, isn't it?
Isn't it? Absolutely. I wore both of those colours on my eyes, I think, in the 80s. Together.
Yeah.
And then you've got the other embellishments, like these little guys here.
Oh, yeah.
Look at those little, so I mean, all those to stick on there. As that, again, they would go on last. You've got your gilding flakes.
Mm-hmm.
All right. You've got glitter that'll go on that. And then you've also got glitter glue.
That's amazing stuff as well.
So, I mean, you've got so much to play with this. And again, with glitter glue, I always just put it on a little bit and then splodge it on. We haven't even shown you these yet.
Oh, of course, yeah, the glitter paste.
So I have a little, I'm thinking if we do put a little card together shortly.
Okay.
How would that sound with these? That we've gone through a little run through everything you've got.
Yeah, we'll come back to that very, very shortly indeed. A few comments coming through. Carol says, I like this bundle. It would go nicely with the flamingos. Yeah, I mean, if you've not got it and budget allows, absolutely snap this up. And I feel like it will help you to make your flamingo collection go even further. Lynn Morton's joined us. Hello also to Fred171. He says, greetings from California. I needed a Ben and Sheena fix. Ah, you. Monica joins us from a rainy Cluj-Napoca. Crafty Angie's in, and Dawn LaValle is sitting in her backyard, not cocktailing yet, though, in New Hampshire. What time is it in New Hampshire? Probably not quite time for a cocktail, is it? But, you know, it's 5 o'clock somewhere. In fact, it's 22 minutes past 5 here, so you're fine. Drink responsibly. Sarah Muir says, hello, everyone. Just got back from a short break in Lincolnshire. Mary Beth Dawes says, hi, everyone. A little late this time. I wasn't watching the clock. We'll let you off. And Cherie Miller joins us, as does Roseanne Carbone. He says, hello from a sunny and warm Massachusetts to Sheena, Ben, Susie and the entire team and all my fellow crafters. Wouldn't miss this show for anything. And Sherry Miller says, wildlife update for Ben. Recorded a huffing bear and screaming fox. I caught a mountain lion on the cameras too. Please send that in. We were talking about wildlife in your backyard, weren't we, I think, a while back.
Sherry doesn't live in Newcastle, by the way.
No. She lives in, doesn't she?
Oregon.
Oh, I thought you were going to say Bishop Auckland.
Yeah, Bishop Auckland.
Yeah, Oregon. I want to see, what is that? I recorded a huffing bear, you can just imagine, can't you? Is that what he does?
Kevin and Perry, the bear.
Kevin and Perry. Oh, it's the bear. Can you please send pictures or videos, please? Roseanne says, I've fallen in love with watercolouring. Most of my cards are now done in watercolour. I feel I can do more with watercolours than I can with the alcohol pens. Maybe it's just me. Fred says, love playing with the water reactive lines of ink and pens. Endless creativity. And what a fab orange shimmer, says Sarah Muir. We're going to come back to a card with Sheena very shortly. As we mentioned, we've got lots of demos to show you digitally when it comes to some of the launches that we've had recently. And one of the launches that we had on Friday was the Crafters Inspiration issue number 5. And this one actually will work very, very nicely indeed if you have got A, the Flamingo collection, or B, the Tropical Paradise, because it is all things, as you can see, wonderfully, totally tropical. You have got within this pages upon pages of fantastic projects that you can make. And the lovely thing about these magazines, again, is you get, I mean, obviously, you know that lady there, but you do get lots of inspiration from lots of crafters, you know, across the industry. But the nice thing is that the majority of the demos that you're going to get in here, all accessible, whether you are someone who's crafted for a long time or perhaps just started crafting, but you've got all of the goodies to be crafting within this set, like the 6-piece die set. So if you loved your Floral Creations flower set that we did a while back, then you're going to absolutely love working with that. You've got your 6x4 embossing folder. And again, can you see the crossover between this, your flamingos, the Tropical Paradise? one of the most joyful stencils I think you're ever going to see. How cool is that? That's a card in itself right there, isn't it?
Oh, absolutely. I want to be there.
Yeah.
In your head, I'm there now.
Exactly right, under that palm tree. But, you know,
Yeah.
put your sprays through there, your glitter paste potentially, and then you've also got an A5 stamp set in there as well. So 12 pieces in there, beautiful. Like you've got your hibiscus flowers in there, your tropical leaves. Love the fact that you've got a pineapple in there too. Time to celebrate. It's summertime. Have a lovely day. So that is all included within that. Plus, as we said, you've got 165 hints and tips for crafting. And if we pop to the middle here, look at all your beautiful papers that you've got in there as well. I mean, that is just, isn't it absolutely incredible? The value for money is insane here. I won't show you too much more because I know a lot of people like to have sort of surprises when they open up magazines, but it's $11.99, 32 sheets of your paper, if you like. All the goodies that I've just shown you. You've also got downloadable content in here too, and 50 bonus points as well. That is still live. We did do a Showstopper deal with this as well. That is still available as well. So the Showstopper brings you lots of other added elements as well, with 100 bonus points. So it's entirely up to you which you want to go for. But if you've not yet picked this up, make sure you grab it today because I think it's an absolute steal at $11.99 or $15.99 if you're platinum price. As I mentioned, we launched this last week, was it? It was last Friday with Debbie Robinson, and we are going to have a little bit of a look at Digital Debbie here, doing you a bit of a Digital Debbie demo from last Friday. So have a look at this.
I've not gone into the magazine and purposely copied something from my first demo. I thought what I'd do is I just sat and looked at the magazine, had a little read through, had a cup of coffee, read through it, looked at some of the projects, and then I thought, oh, what I could make with it. And I'm just going to keep it really simple, just by using a couple of pieces, which is those gorgeous florals, and I am going to use those, and I'm also going to use the embossing folder, but I'm not going to use it as a full piece, because what I've done is chop down a little square, which measures at 4 by 4. Now, this is a 6 by 4 embossing folder, but I just wanted to just have a little tiny bit of, and I say a tiny bit, it's still quite substantial, but just pop a little piece of card into there. The techniques that are in this magazine with this embossing folder are second to none. Like I said, there's this letterpress, there's the technique of putting your embossing powder, which a lot of people think you put the embossing powder into the folder. It isn't. You put the sticky ink into the folder, then emboss it onto your cardstock, then throw down your embossing powder and then heat set it. And there's some lovely demonstrations in that magazine on how to do that for anybody. And this is the thing. For anybody wanting to maybe start out into the world of craft, this magazine is super perfect for that. Because of that reason, there's just so much inspiration in there to get you started and get you, I mean, crafting like a professional from day one.
Yeah.
By all those gorgeous projects that are in there, just using those features. And do you know what? If you know somebody out there who wants to get into crafting but doesn't know where to start, this would be a lovely gift for them.
Yeah, it would.
A really lovely gift for them. And then let them have some of your cardstock and a little bit of that so that they can just make their own card. Or just buy them a pack of cards. It's entirely up to you. What a lovely gift that I'd make for someone. I think it's a great gift, but it's also a lovely gift to yourself when you want to just spread what you're making. You know, try something different, because and Craig will tell you the same. I'm the same. I get stuck in a rut sometimes. I'm not going to lie. If you think of all the times and the amounts of things that we make, I get stuck in that rut. So it's nice to have that on hand to say, Debbie, get out of your rut.
Get out your rut, Debbie.
Rut, girl,
For goodness
and
sake.
get into something different. And that's what that magazine's all about. Now back to my demo, because I'm going to keep it nice and simple, because I'm going to get 2 demos in this hour. Would you believe I am?
You only got half an hour left.
I promise, I will. But I'm just going to pop it in. It's a regular embossing folder. So if you've got a Gemini, we would just recommend your 2 plates. But I want a little bit of an extra oomph, so I'm going to put my metal shim into there and get it that extra little bit of definition when it comes to an embossing folder, a 6 by 4. But if you've got any of your machines out there, it's just your regular embossing plate combination. I just tend to add that in there to give it that little bit extra. You'll know with your own machine if you've gone too far, because it'll have got a rip in it, and that means you put too much pressure in. However, I know for a fact that is absolutely perfect, and I love, and I'm not going to lie, I do love a little bit of white embossing. I'm not afraid of a little bit of white. You can see that beautiful design. Of course, you can enhance that even more now by adding colour those images in. You could run an ink pad over there just to give it that little bit of a lift. But I'm going to keep it plain and simple for this particular demo. And that's a 4x4. I've actually taken some textured cardstock from my crafty stash. I say my crafty stash, from the house's crafty stash. Not Tracy's this time, she'll be pleased to know. And it's 4 1/4 square inch, and then the plain white cardstock is 4 1/2 inch. So it sits in there perfectly. So I'm just going to mat and layer those up. And then we're going to cut some flowers out, because I do love, I mean, you know how much I love the floral creations. I literally begged and begged and begged for the craft along for that, and I got it. Because I love it. But to have like a little mini set for anybody, like my friend Linda, who's back into crafting, I've often said this, my dearest, oldest friend, I love her to bits. She's got back into crafting this year, and she said to me, Debbie, where'd you get those from? And I'm like, I'm so sorry, they sold out. And I've just thought on with this magazine, I thought I need to message her later, because she needs to get hold of this magazine so she can get hold of those lovely florals, because they are so reminiscent with that lovely collection, but are different. They're not the same, they're different.
Same but different.
Same but different. Yeah, if that makes sense.
I thought the floral creations had come back in stock. I must have jumped.
Are you kidding me?
I'm sure
Did
it's back.
it?
It's back
Would
in.
you check that for me, because
It's on sale. It's in stock.
Is it?
Mm-hmm.
Fan-blooming-tastic.
You're welcome.
Oh, thank you. I am going to be so on that phone to her later, because she genuinely wanted that, and we thought it had all gone. Just shows, doesn't it?
It's all there.
Just shows you. Now, I've made a card base, and you know I love big things. I've often said it. I like big projects.
Right.
So I've gone with 8x8 in size.
She likes big projects, as she cannot lie. You other brothers can deny.
I do. I love a big card. I think it's because I don't know. I feel like sometimes, because I might, don't get me wrong, but do you know I talked about this sticking in a rut? I think this is one of them. I can't help myself. I've always been a big girl. Geez, I'm doing myself down there, aren't I? But you know what I mean?
Big card girl.
Big card girl.
I think like when you receive a bigger card as well, you feel more spoiled, don't you?
Yes.
I think it's nice to make big cards.
Yeah, absolutely. But so I think I need to teach myself to come out of the big, because for my last few demos, I have noticed that I've been going down the big card route again. Instantly. Instant love.
Amazing.
These papers are superb. I mean, whichever side you use, they're absolutely beautiful. They're uncultured as well, so you can add things like your stamps. You can stamp directly onto them. You can heat emboss with them. But yeah, they're a lovely proper what I call craft paper. So again, pop that onto there. Now again, 8x8. 7 1/4 square. That's how I always work with my numbers. I always come down to a 1/4 inch, sometimes an exception to the rule. I wanted to break up that pattern just a little bit, so I've taken another piece of the paper and I've gone just cheese plant. I was too busy and got lost. I've chosen those to really just, I've looked at my paper and thought, what would go? Well, it's pink and it's got the cheese plant leaves, so I thought that would work really nicely. So I've gone to 7 1/2 inch by 3. That's 2 3/4 by 7 1/2, and that's 2 1/2 by 7 1/2. For anybody, I don't keep getting asked, Debbie, you never give your instructions of your measurements. I'm trying to be good. I'm trying to remember. Thing is, when you're crafting, it's a little bit different when you do your craft-alongs at home or your Facebook Lives at home, which, by the way, guys, we'll be starting up soon, because guess what I've done?
What have you done?
I've changed providers.
Have you?
I cannot take any more. They even sent me another email today to tell me, you've got a problem in your on my cable. No kidding. No kidding. I've been telling you, I've had 2 engineers out and you're still not listening. Well, no more, because...
Is that why you stopped then? I didn't realise.
I had, yeah. I couldn't do it then. It were buffering.
Was it like...
and I just thought it's not fair to do that. It's a bit like that Norman Collier gag we used to do back in the 70s, 80s, a British comedian, and it's absolutely like that. So and this is why I can't do my YouTube videos, not being able to upload YouTube for and again, it's because of the service, which will be no more come the 8th of June. Hallelujah.
Who've you moved to?
Onion.
Huh?
Like a Do, 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 do. Yeah, like that one.
Who were you with before?
Up to the
Oh,
no more.
no.
I'm not dissing them, they've just failed me.
Well-
VIP customer for 25 years. Well, you ain't having me any more.
Well, for balance, because we
Yes.
like balance, I'm a customer.
Oh, yeah.
Can't fault them in my
Well, you
area.
see, I've
So
had
there you
24
go.
years of them and I cannot diss them. That's why I'm saying I cannot diss them. I don't know what's happened to my area. I don't know what's happened to my internet. But I can't take stroppy 28-year-old with his gaming anymore.
No.
And I can't because he's acting like it's the
It's the end of the world. It's the end of the world.
But it is for me, personally for me, and because it's affecting mummy, now's the time to change because mummy can't take no more of it. So that's why we're changing. But yeah, just so yes, they will be resuming for those people that have been asking, and I have had many ask. Jeffrey, I know you were the one that also asked. But yes, there's been a lot of people asking me about them. They will be back as soon as I'm up and running with my new internet provider.
She's back.
She'll be back. You will all know about it because I'll be... Because I had to cry off on the last one and I was so upset. And I just thought I can't... And I'm definitely not doing any more YouTubes till it's all changed because...
Frustrating, isn't it?
24 hours to upload a video.
Oh my goodness me.
Ridiculous.
That is bonkers.
Just absolutely crazy. Now then, you can already start to see this taking shape, and just by adding that little bit of a strip in the middle with a bigger print, just breaks up that beautiful paper. I could have taken that little bit of a middle out, but hey ho, I didn't. So I've just popped that onto there. I've actually got one of my little happy birthday signs that's from the stamp set, which I'm going to pop on there in a second. However, we've got all of these beautiful dies. So excited about the floral creations. I can't wait to tell her.
Oh yeah.
I cannot wait to tell her because she'll be absolutely over. She will. She's been waiting for that one. As I've ironed, I didn't realise it was back. Right, let's cut out a few colours. Now,
Okay.
I've got lots of different colours on here. I'm only going to use a little fraction of them. So let me grab my scissors and go in.
Whilst you're cutting, I'll read a few comments.
Yes,
Because
please.
we're busy. Sharon says, greetings from Staffordshire. Can't wait to receive the Showstopper. Ordered this morning, loving the show. Carol Byrne, you know, Carol sending the package.
Yeah?
There's something for Ben, something for Debbie, also something for everyone to share.
Oh,
Thank you.
thank you. Oh, I hope I'm the right Debbie.
Oh yeah. BBY.
I'm just thinking, because there's two of us.
She'll still be away on holiday, to be fair, won't she? The
yeah,
other
she
Debbie.
will be. I mean, have you seen another post last
Gone
night?
off.
I mean, you can go off
Mauritius.
people very
Oh,
quickly.
you can. Stop posting pictures of Mauritius, Fisher, for goodness sake.
I know, because it's so beautiful.
She's having a great time.
I can see why. I mean, fair play to her and Al, the loveliest couple you could wish to meet.
Yeah. Good luck.
Yeah, definitely. We're not jealous at all, are we?
We
Tom?
are not
We're not
jealous.
entitled
Why
to
would we
jealous.
want
I
to
mean,
be in
why would we
Mauritius
be
when we can be here in sunny Newton Aycliffe on a Friday? We've got a bank holiday weekend as well in the UK. So what more could you want?
I know. We've got the weather of the bank holiday weekend
haven't we?
as well.
Haven't we got the
we're
weather?
blessed. Aren't we blessed?
Lillian
We're
says,
gracious.
hello Debbie, hello Ben. Ben, perfect opportunity for you to save your voice and practice your sign language, even though I won't know what you're saying. Good point.
That's a fabulous point.
And hi to Stephanie and Amanda, who says, afternoon everyone, I love listening to you both whilst I am using my red template stencil. I'm making triangle boxes for my wedding. I'm using them as place names and filling them with the favours.
Is this another wedding?
This is Amanda, yeah. When's your wedding, Amanda?
We had Tina yesterday.
Tina's
didn't we?
yesterday.
Yeah.
Amanda's wedding, let us know the date. I mean, not that we're going to gate the... Let's know the date. Let us know the date. And,
Notice Tina didn't tell us where she was getting married.
no, I mean, those two coming along. Feel free as well to send us any pictures, Amanda. Lynn Morton says, there is nothing worse for a gamer heard it all with a stroppy 30-year-old screaming at the internet. Broken controllers.
Yes, yeah. Weird, slamming, language like you not believe. I didn't think out of a human being, but he was so passionate. I suppose he gets a bit passionate like me when I'm in my crafting, although I don't curse.
No.
But yes, no, I feel you. Are you Sam? Sam sniggering and Nicola, and I'm like I'm laughing. So I've just got a feeling maybe Sam is like that too.
With my George, he obviously games a lot, and our internet's fine now. But when we used to be with another provider, with ET, that used to constantly stop if there was more than one person using the Wi-Fi, and the amount of times you'd hear George doesn't care. The noises from upstairs where you thought.
Has he said what I thought he said? Yeah.
So yeah. But we all know what it's like. If you live with a gamer, the Wi-Fi goes down. Boy, oh boy, oh boy.
Because you know my son is really laid back. You may think you're horizontal because he's so laid back. You put him in front of a game. I only went in the other day to talk to him about, you know, it was, I don't even remember what it was about. It was something really, I don't think it was important, but something I needed a question for. Oh, my life, I got out of there so fast. All right.
What, because you interrupted him?
Oh, interrupted. The middle of a game.
Woo!
Never again. Never again. I know my place. I know my place. But yeah,
one of the worst things I ever did, and I did it by accident, was we were trying to watch some stuff on our Sky box, which was obviously connected to the Wi-Fi, and it kept saying like the TV couldn't see the box, and so absent-mindedly I just went and reset the box, not realising that George was in the middle of a game. Well,
oh no,
you should have heard him.
Oh no.
Yeah. What did you do that for, Dad? Whoa. Sorry. Yikes. Emma's is saying, what paper pad is this, Debbie?
Well, it's from the magazine. It's in the middle of your magazine. Oh, gosh, you know, now I forgot how many there is. Oh, my life.
What's that? Papers?
Yeah, papers. Could you just quickly tot it up on your magazine thingy?
I'll count it, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Oh, where is it?
Here we are. It is... oh, no. Oh dear, 32 pages.
Thank you, because there is a lot in there. And like I said, it will work lovely. Some of these elements will work lovely with... Oh, I've realised I've stuck that up wrong one. Hang on a minute. Pocket two, where are you? Do you know... I've stuck some... Like, off you go. You can build up your flowers and create extra pieces there, which is what I'm going to do with this one as well. So some of these papers, they're very tropical, they're very sunshiny, very summery colours, and a few of them will work beautifully with your peacock.
Flamingo.
Flamingo! I kept saying it all day yesterday.
What?
To stop myself.
Peacock?
Peacocks. God.
I didn't
I
say
said
peacock.
yesterday I was having trouble with my words. I have days where I really struggle with certain words. And peacock and flamingos yesterday, thankfully not on air. But every time I talk, when I was filming the social bit, I kept saying, oh, me peacock.
I mean, they are similar, aren't they?
Debbie. Debbie.
Peacocks and flamingos.
Like, I know it is, I don't know why I keep calling it that. There we go.
I like Zoe calling it a pink chicken yesterday. I thought that was quite funny.
Pink chicken, I love that when that got described, yeah. I thought that was really funny.
Love the pink chicken collection. Brilliant.
Right, I've got a few flowers, Ben. So, oh my God, where's the time? I've got two demos. Two.
No chance.
Whoops.
Hey.
I might be able to start. got it.
It's quality, not quantity, isn't it?
Yeah,
That's what it is.
Well, I actually messaged my love Nicola about this the other day. I went to the quality, not quantity. When it
Did you
comes to
say it like that
Robinson.
as well?
When I was typing it out, that's exactly how I was
That's
saying.
what you said.
Because, yeah, well, what can I say? You have to with me, Nick, you have to with me. I'm not Sarah Whiz Kid 15 knocked out in an hour.
Oh, I know.
I mean, I don't know how she does it, me, but that's not me. But, you know, I love creating, and I think sometimes I feel like you're in the craft room with me, and that's where I forget myself. So apologies. However, do you know what? The thing is with this is it's all about the magazine today. It's about what we're getting, and we'll go through that again in a second.
Yeah.
And a few more of those lovely makes, because it is all about what you can create, what you can take from this magazine. What are you going to look at and think, oh yeah, I could do that myself. Oh, I could tweak it my own way. I could add things to it. And do you know, that's the thing. Take inspiration from somewhere. There's some amazing crafters out there.
Oh, yeah.
Some amazing people that make the most amazing things. And you can take inspiration from anywhere, anyone, and whether you want to copy, whether you want to take little bits of it, that's what this magazine allows you to do as that person. You can single one by step if you want to. But I guarantee you'll take the magazine, you look at it and you'll think, add something else.
Yeah.
There's just something else I want to add to it. But yeah, that's all about. So I've just added a couple of bit of yardage parts up there. I'm going to add, because there's a little bit of gold in there, and there's obviously pinks in there. I'm going to add my two big ones on. I think I'm just going to give them a little bit of a shape though, so just to give a little bit of a definition, I'm going to add some, I'm not going to keep them flat. If you want to keep them flat, you can absolutely keep them flat. But again, I just want to add a little bit of...
That's nice.
Yeah, just a bit of... what's the word? Shape.
And dimension.
Shape and dimension,
And
yes,
Irene says
absolutely.
it's all a beautiful card, Debbie.
Oh, she's a sweetheart. Thank you very much, Helen. Thank you.
And Lisa P says, I would sometimes tell my son to pause and he would look at me like I was crazy.
Oh, me and you both, Nicola. I once told my son... Oh, the look. I'll never... Again.
The thing is, it's not like back in the olden days when we used to have like our, you know, the Sega Master System stuff where you could pause a game. It's like, or end a game. It's like now, like when George plays all, I don't know what they are, but like, you know, when you're like in these worlds and stuff and you can't, because it's online, you can't pause the game, can you see?
So I didn't know that.
No.
That's what I didn't understand. I'm not a gamer, so I didn't understand that. So when he explained to me afterwards, I was like, right, okay. Well, why didn't you just tell your mum that?
Yeah.
Instead of your head off and acting like the artist when I walk through the room.
Whoa.
Because seriously, I wanted to...
Did his head spin round, did it?
You want the lovely?
Did his head spin
Oh, it
round?
nearly practically did. And the venom spit out. I'm like, woo!
Wow.
Excuse me.
Wow.
What's going on for you, like? But I just, because I don't realise, I don't understand, I don't get it. You see, he doesn't get me when I get passionate about the crafting. So I suppose it works both ways. But
I get the gaming, right? I get people who game, but what I don't get is like my George, people who want to sit and do it all day. Like get up and game and then game all, like George would, if he could, he would game from like first thing in the morning to last thing at night and doesn't leave his room. You're like,
can
what?
I tell you as well, I've often, like, because you know I love a bit of ticky-tock.
Oh yeah, top tick.
Love a bit of it. So I've gone on there, and do you know when you fire up people's lives, they're gaming. They're actually filming themselves gaming on a game, and I'm like, what is going off?
What? So you watching people playing games?
Well, I didn't realise that. When you monetise things, I didn't realise.
But on the flip side of that, it's only like people watching TV on TV, isn't it? I've never understand. I can't understand people who watch that show. Why would you watch people watching TV? I think it's a terrible show.
Don't you? What?
It's a terrible show.
What?
Terrible. Terrible.
Do you know, I used to talk with one of my friends and you said, we'd be fabulous on that. because I get right passionate about it.
Yeah. If you were on it, I'd watch it.
Would you?
Yeah, I would. I would. If Debbie was on it, I would watch it.
Oh, you little darling.
Support my TV wifey.
Oh, well,
But-
I would love to go on it, but then I heard how much time you have to give up, and I thought, forget that for the Game of Soldiers.
Hey.
That ain't happening.
I'll tell you what was a brilliant show. Finished last night for 2 weeks. Fortune Hotel.
Oh, I've not heard of that.
Oh my gosh, it was like, it's basically ITV's version of The Traitors.
You're kidding?
It was
Really?
so good. All to do with, they're in this like resort and they've all got
Really?
suitcases, and in one of the suitcases is £250,000. I told everybody here, did I not?
Well, I didn't know about this
ITV
one.
Player, watch it, 8 episodes.
I didn't know about that.
Fantastic.
There you go. That's my little take on using some of those beautiful papers and those gorgeous florals. And look what you can create with your 6 florals. Just by running it through your die cutting machine a couple of times and then doubling up, or singles, whatever you want to do. But that's my take. So you'll not find that one in the magazine. That's just a Debbie take on there of how you taking inspiration from your magazine or inspiration from the craft kit that comes with the magazine, which is what I've done with this one. And I know you're going to absolutely blooming love this one. It's joyous, it's tropical, it's bright, it's breezy, it's summery. It's a bit of me. I keep saying it, but it is. It's a bit of me. But you will love it, and you'll love it for that. And that's why it's flying out the door, because everybody... Sorry, Ben. I keep seeing him go...
Well, I just know we've got to get a break in.
I know,
that's all.
sorry. I'm going to stop talking. Buy it whilst you can.
What is she like? That is the Crafters Inspiration magazine box 5. As you saw, just flitting between the details. The Showstopper is available, and you've still got the magazine on its own as well. 50 bonus points, 100 bonus points on the Showstopper too. Really love the paper that she used for the card, says Eleanor. And Pat says, I'm watching the show again with Debbie, thinking what a lovely page that would be for scrapbooking. I would put somebody's picture in the middle, or putting it in a picture frame. Thank you, everyone, for the lovely comments. Kathy just says, got my magazine yesterday, and I love it. And Pat says, I just got my magazine the other day. Love the magazine. Love what I've skimmed through so far. I like the idea that they actually have a section on using the types of adhesives. Maybe Sheena can do something like that with the pens and paints. Well, talking of Sheena, we are going to put a little project together, aren't we, using the Tropical Paradise collection?
I've been formulating something in
That's
my
it.
mind, in my head, when we were watching that. So what I've got is a heart shape here in the watercolour card. And I have these little lovebirds. I've already got them on the rocker block. And I'm thinking, if we stamp these towards one side, maybe about here, and then we'll go from there. Let's make that the first thing. So I'm going to stamp them using, I'm going to go with black of the waterproof, because
variety.
I'm going to use the water, the aqua tri-blend pen that's in the set to colour them in. So I'm going to ink those up best I can using the rocker block, just because I want to do it quickly. I want to get as much done in here as I can time-wise, and those little guys can go there like that. Perfect. First thing done. Right, the next thing I did was I created a mask. Just stamped onto the copy paper, the post-it note, and I've sprayed the back with a little bit of stick and spray, and we're going to mask these little guys thus. Oh, hang on, bear with, not quite lined up. Oh,
hello.
Hang on.
Come on.
Hang on, bear with.
Come on.
Come on.
Who's a pretty boy then? Come on.
That's the way to do it.
There you go.
Right, so that's that one done. And then from there, I know that I'm going to use the leaves. So these leaves, I'm going to use these around and behind these guys.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
I'm going to use the florals at this side. Yeah. It's going to be a plethora of tropical wonderfulness.
Oh, I love that. A plethora of tropical wonderfulness.
Absolutely. You're going to be able to feel the sun on your back by the time I'm finished. But what I'm thinking is I'm going to use these leaves as well to stencil and create some background interest as well.
Okay.
Right? It might be, in my head, it looks great, but we're going to find out now how it's going to go. Right, so I'm going to use this teal colour here, which Tropical Cool, and I'm scribbling on my mat like this. And I could either use that, or I could use one of the ink pads to do that with. let me show you what I'm going to do with we've got an option. Let's do both. We'll use this plus a little bit of glycerin, right? And a blending tool, clean blending tool.
Yeah.
I'm going to pick up some glycerin onto my blending tool, then pick up that colour from the pen, and then let's just start popping some of these leaves. I don't want the too big leaves, I want maybe the smaller one. Let's try that one, just coming across there like that, because these are going to be more the background interest. I don't want them as pale, as dark as the stamps are going to be. Can you see?
Yeah.
Just something going on there, and I can take some of that colour off actually to have them even a bit paler and just work around. I've got caught a little bit there, so I'm going to pop one just as if it's coming over here as well, just like that. So we've got the impression of some leafy things going on, light and dark, different intensities of the green going on in the background. And I'm going to pop that one maybe just about here.
I always love it when I see you guys use stencils like this, because as I always say, I've fallen into the trap of thinking, well, if it's a particular shape, you've got to use the whole thing each and every time. But it's nice when you use it like this and you just use components of a particular shape, you know, on the edge of a card or on the edge of this heart there. You don't have to use the whole thing every time, do you?
Absolutely, Ben, and that's the beauty of stamps and stencils.
Yeah.
When you use them like that, then you've got a background kind of started there for these little guys to sit, you know, quite happily there. So the next thing is I'm going to take the stamp, the leafy stamp, and I'm going to do some, repeat that, but with the black ink. And I'm going to bring this over here so it looks like that's coming from behind that bird. And then maybe here, and so just have a play. So let's carry on with that. So the ink, same ink again. And because I've got this protected, I should be able to just stamp that over there, and that leaf look like it's coming from behind then.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm expanding the size of this stamp. So I've got a finite size, but I'm kind of making it bigger.
Yeah.
The whole arrangement by adding the extra little elements and components to it, like that. And then maybe one more, well, here's the other thing I've got. I've also made a little mask for the leaf, so I can pop that and I can mask the leaf now as well.
Nice.
So if we mask that, this little guy can actually look, as long as you can't see the stalk, because that would be, if you just see a stalk hanging in the middle of nowhere, it's not going to work, because it's like, where's it coming from? Where's it going? Doesn't make any sense.
Mm-hmm.
I might even go with a little bit of a hint of some up there as well. Let's do that. So I'm going to do one up there, like this. And then I'm going to take that mask that I used earlier, like that. Can you see how that's worked with that?
Yeah, yeah.
And we'll pop that here.
Mm-hmm.
And then that will protect that one, so it means that I just want this kind of just sneaking over a little bit like this, just so it just looks like there's something else going on at the top as well. Like that. And then we should be almost at a good point to pause, ready for the next bit, which will be the colouring and layering up with the embellishments. So we'll take that one up there, and that should have protected that. Yeah. So we've got one in the front and two behind.
Yeah.
With that little background interesting colour, just to give it a bit more stuff going on there. And then these little guys should be all lovely and protected. And keep these if you've made a mask. Just keep them, put them on a bit of acetate or something, and then you can use them later. And now we've got that full on little composition going on there. That started off with just one separate stamp, but now we've combined it with the others.
That is brilliant, and we're going to colour that in for you in just a few moments' time. The other side of the hour. I can't believe an hour's flown over already. If you have just joined us, welcome. Final hour of the day coming up in just a few moments' time. Just to remind you that, what time have we got? It's nearly 6 here in the UK. You've got about 6 hours left of our buy one, get one free. On the website, that is all about selected stamps and dies. We had a little bit of a look at that earlier on, actually, and there are 103 items there for you to choose from, ranging through collections like the Gnomes, Hummingbirds, Kingfisher, Fabulous Fuchsia, Cheers to You, the reveal wheel. There's loads there, so do have a look. Remember that you pop 2 in your basket and you will get the least expensive one for free. So have a look, as I say, because that ends at midnight tonight, wherever you may be. And as I say, lots more to come still. We're live for another hour, so do feel free to fire in any more comments. And if you've got any questions for Sheena over the course of that hour, feel free to send those our way too. If you've just joined us, hello and welcome. I know Stephanie Theos has just popped in to say hello for the first time today, everyone from a sunny Farmingdale, New Jersey. Nice to have you with us. I just had a little look outside a few moments ago, actually. We've got sunshine here in the northeast. Can you believe it? The sun is shining. It is actually what I would describe as warm. I wouldn't say it was toasty. It's warm out there. So I'm thinking potentially tonight, sit in the garden after work.
Nice.
Be nice, wouldn't it? Yeah?
Yeah, nice. I like the late nights. It's good for when I'm driving back.
Yeah.
Down south as well.
Down south.
Down south.
It was light till gone 10 yesterday.
Yeah, brilliant. Lovely.
Yeah. Till gone 10.
Till gone 10.
Yeah, that works.
Like till gone 10.
Yeah, till gone 10 is right.
Gone 10.
It was light till gone 10. It was light until gone 10 o'clock. Till gone 10, Nicola. Yeah. So anyway, that's all good, isn't it? Lots of you, it was a good first minute, enjoyed that. Lots of you I know are very interested in this Tropical Paradise collection. We're going to be carrying on with the project that we had just the other side of the hour there just now, and then still to come this hour. I mean, we've got choices. We've got the Age of Elegance collection back on the show. We have got your split space dies that we launched yesterday. We've got those on the show for you as well, and we've got Digital Lily and also Digital Sarah standing by to demo those for you. But shall we go back to the Tropical Paradise collection? Because last we saw, Sheena, you did a little bit of masking and stenciling and stamping, and you got a couple of birds to colour in.
I have, yeah. So again, I'm going to use this this pen here, and let's start with colouring in these little lovebirds here. So I've got the pink here. I'm just going to use it like a little palette. So we'll scribble that there. This gorgeous tropical, what's this one called? Papaya. Nice.
Papaya.
I like a papaya.
I don't think I've ever eaten a papaya.
Yeah, I've had a papaya.
What's the taste of a papaya?
It tastes of a papaya.
What is the taste of a papaya?
If you cut it, it's got those big black seeds in it, but if you cut it, get tails out, then squeeze lime on it, fresh lime, it's really nice, yeah. I had that more when I lived in California, ate that bit more.
And when would you eat a papaya?
Sorry?
When would you eat one? What kind of meal is it?
So just scoop it out, eat it. Squeeze a bit of lime on it, eat it. Just a fruit, just nice fruit.
So you squeeze fruit on the fruit?
Yeah, lime on the papaya, lovely, very nice. But now I love fruit anyway, I love fruit.
Bit of a fruit fly.
Yeah, fruit fly, yeah. Even Willow's a fruit, she is like a little fruit bat.
Serious?
Oh, she loves fruit. Oh, Melon loves melon. Melon.
Melon?
Melon.
She loves the melon?
Yeah, she favourites honeydew.
Apple?
Apple, likes a bit of apple. She's not as keen on strawberries, banana. Banana and melon. Loves it.
She eats banana?
Banana, yeah.
Do you know what little Molly loves? She's not much of a fruity, but she absolutely loves cucumber.
Really? Isn't it weird how they don't know what it's like, they're interested in that.
Yeah.
So I'm always on Google before you give them anything.
Oh, yeah, because you've got to be sure.
Google it and see if they can't, because they're not grapes, no.
No, grapes, no.
So I always check and then double check and then go,
yeah,
okay, want some, darling? Yeah.
And I read that blueberries are good for dogs as well. And I saw all of these like videos of like these dogs like scoffing blueberries. I think, oh, Molly, I love a blueberry. Gave it to her. She put it in her mouth. She was like,
I love it when they flick them out with their tongue.
Yeah.
You know what it's like? Yeah, just quickly gets aborted, doesn't it? Right. So we've got this colour. So it's really easy. You can colour this in with just that colour there. But if you want to warm this green up a little bit, you can add a little bit of this yellow and make it more of a kind of a, just a warmer green. So can you see how I've just intensified and darkened that colour a little bit of that leaf up there by just mixing in these two colours. So it makes it a little bit different from the background colour, gives you more to play with, but it's not difficult. You don't have to spend ages colouring and doing, working too hard to get this to look cool.
Yeah.
And take that there, a little bit more there, and if it varies a little bit, that's even better. But you don't have to worry too much because these are smallish stamps, so don't get too hung up on, oh, we'll shade them, we'll do a bit more with that, but you really don't have to work hard.
And I think it's lovely that within the set you've got appropriate colours, haven't you? You know, you don't have to go like fishing around your craft room and think what works, because hopefully we've done the hard work for you.
Absolutely, and it is a colour palette, but what I want to show you is how, because there's fabulous samples here that I'll show you, but if you want to break away from all the exact colours, you can by just mixing them together like I've done here. So you can, you know, literally tweak the palette a little bit by mixing in as I'm doing, mixing them together and getting a different green, a different look, and it just I just think it just gives you something else to think of and play with. So see how they're really standing out now. So all you're going to do, if you don't do it on like a wet piece of your mat if you can help it, but that's just about dry. So I'm just going to reload that, mix that up again, and continue with my leaves. And not making it too difficult, Ben. It doesn't have to be.
That's it. Simplify things for yourself. Linda loves what you've done. He says, what a great idea for the stencils as well. You know, really good use of those. Hi to Stephanie, who says, we will keep the expected rain here, Ben, so you can enjoy the garden. Thank you, Stephanie. That would be marvellous if you could. Yeah, just for the next sort of 2 or 3 hours would be nice. Hilary says, hi everyone, it's raining and thundering in Bedlington, so not so good there. It is, well, apparently en route, maybe here. And Fiona says, oh dear, another launch fell into my basket. I just could not resist any longer. Fiona, what did you go for? You talking about the magazine? Did you go for the magazine? Which launch was it you went for? Let us know. And I had Linda Armstead, who's just joined us from Maryland. She says, my dog used to love eating carrots.
Yeah, carrots as well. Yeah, it's all good for them.
Yeah, it is.
Really good,
Yeah.
Which is brilliant, yeah. As long as it's in moderation, I think, because, you know, sugar, too much like fruit sugar. But, yeah, Willow loves them. So what you can do then is you can, if you want, do a little bit of shading by going over a little bit with some of the darker colour. Can you see how I'm just using that bluey colour now on the top?
Yeah.
In places, if you want to go that far, but you don't have to. If you want to darken some bits, you can do it. You can even get a little bit of that pinky colour in there and it'll make it more of a brownie tone. So if you wanted to make that branch more browny, yeah?
Yeah.
Not like, you know, Girl Guides kind of brownie.
Dib, 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 dop, dop, dop.
Dop, 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 exactly. So what we're going to do here is we're going to mix them together. We're going to mix that, and then a bit of this as well. And you're going to get brown. Look at that. So you've got so much here. If you want to break free, oh, I'm singing it in my head now. I shouldn't have done that.
I want to break free.
I'm hovering in my head like Freddie.
I can just imagine you. That's all I've got in my mind, picturing you dressed up with a moustache.
Absolutely. Oh, I would like that. But Ben with me false moustache and me hovering. Definitely. Oh. So can you see how we've got that sorted out there? And if you want to tone it down a little bit of that green, it'll just take that warmth away a little bit and give it a little bit of a shadow. But it all works still because it's all still from that same palette. And then the bird, let's get this little guy's coloured in. So more of a bright part of this we need. Let's make this full pink. So starting with the pink on the head here, these little lovebirds. You know what I think of lovebirds? You know what film I think of? Go on, Ben. Go on, Ben.
When you think of lovebirds?
Yeah, there's a film. I'll tell you what it is. Tippi Hedren is looking for lovebirds. There's a little interactive little game there. Which film starts off with Tippi Hedren going to buy a couple of lovebirds and then getting in a boat and taking it and dropping them off?
Oh, I don't think I know that.
Do you not?
Wow.
It's a classic.
Let us know.
If anyone knows,
in the
before I tell
comments.
Ben. It's an old one. It's obviously, it's a, like, you know, it's a...
An oldie but a goodie.
50s, I think 60s, might be 60s. But that's what it is. And when I tell you, you might have seen the film, Ben. I would be surprised if you hadn't seen the film.
Fastest fingers first on the comments. Whilst we are watching Sheena as well, My Little Melting Pot has just said, what is the name of the product that Sheena used to create that mask for the birds and the leaves.
Oh, it was just a post-it note.
Yeah.
Yeah,
We have got
post-it
our
note. Oh, with a stick and spray. This is what you're looking for.
Yeah.
That's brilliant because then you've got them repositionable. I would use a piece of like laminated card, you know,
Yeah.
laminators at home, and keep all your little masks that you've cut out. Don't throw them away. Keep them for later. Saves you having to do them again because they'll just stick on that little bit of plastic, pull them off again when you're ready to use them.
If you do want like a roll of like masking tape, masking tape. Yeah, it is called masking tape, isn't it? Yeah, masking tape. We have got that. I think I don't know if it's still in stock, but you can get like a roll of that to use for your masking
even easier,
as well.
Ben. Oh, what? Even easier.
Beverly says, "Is the film The Birds?"
Yes.
Ah,
There you go.
I don't think I've seen it.
Have you not seen it?
The Hitchcock movie.
Alfred Hitchcock.
No, I haven't seen it.
Classic.
Yeah.
Oh.
Is
Yeah,
it-
the birds take over.
Oh, Roseanne got it as well. Is it scary?
Yeah,
not-
when I was a kid it was more. Not so much now.
not so much
it's more-
now.
But I like the film anyway. It's a good, like, kind of like nostalgic film. You know, whenever I'm poorly or anything,
Yeah.
which was quite recent, well, recently.
That goes on, does it?
It's an old film like that. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's just a nostalgia thing,
You know what? I'm the same. Like whenever I feel a bit poorly, it's something like either Back to the Future goes on,
Yeah.
or one of the Indiana Jones movies,
Yes.
or the Goonies.
Yeah, something just really that is just like, as a kid, you would watch as a comfort film or something.
Yeah.
Absolutely. My other ones are, mine are really go back. And, you know, I was born in the 60s, as we know. But these were made, like, before I was born or that decade.
Yeah.
Was, like, the Margaret Rutherford, Miss Marples.
Miss Marples, yes.
Oh, they're so corny. But I love them. I've got them all, you know, on like, you know, bought on my, like, my digital box thing there
Yeah.
to watch when I want them. I used to have them on DVD, but I don't watch them as much now. They're all rebought.
Carolyn Kipling says, The Birds, the most frightening film ever.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, it's a bit... so the birds all kind of rise up and take over this really lovely...
But why?
Yeah.
Why?
We don't know. Something strange happened and they just went all a bit wrong.
Was it in black and white, that movie?
No, colour.
Oh, it was in colour.
Yeah.
Might have to look for that.
Yeah, have a look.
Love a good scary movie. And just other comments coming through on the subject of what their pooches eat. Lynn says, my pooch Nancy loves veg and fruit and eats it every day in Kongs. She doesn't like blueberries or strawberries though. And Roseanne says, my Lola will eat any fruit or veg I give her. My toy poodle would take a piece of carrot, chew it, and then spit it out on my rug, which is very difficult to pick up. She wasn't a fan of fruit or veggies. And Susie says, our dogs love broccoli bones. Broccoli bones?
Bones of broccoli.
Like stems. We take all the florets off and peel the stem a bit and give it to the dogs like a bone. Oh, it looks like a bone.
Interesting.
Okay.
Oh, I might have to try that
Okay,
then.
broccoli bones.
That sounds pretty cool. Oh, I was looking for them.
There you go.
That's what I mean. Stick them on a bit of plastic.
That's it.
And then you've got them. So they're ready for the next person. So what you can do there is we can stencil a bit more. I don't know if let's stamp with one of the ink pads that are on there instead.
Okay.
Let's do, well, I really like this tropical floral stamp here. Let's get that into the mix. Let's stamp this baby and use let's use the shimmer. Why not? Because we can. So I'm going to ink that up. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put the word in some gritting over this. So I want this more to be like a background bit of interest. It's not going to be, I don't want it to fight with the colours that I've already got on here.
Yeah.
Which looks pretty much okay. I think I'm going to be fine with that because it's just about the intensity of colour that I'm wanting. Can you see just a little hint of a pattern going on? But can you see how it all works because of the colour palettes all chosen for you and everything goes nicely together? So then we've got, that's going to be the main topper. And then I thought we could sit this against this heart like this, like that. And then cut out that love wording and pop that on there. So shall I cut out the love wording if you had anything to say there, Ben?
Yeah, I've always got stuff to say,
Oh,
me.
I've got something to say.
Always got chat. I feel like I want to watch The Birds now because lots of people commenting saying what a scary movie it is.
Yeah.
Pat says, I still don't like to watch The Birds. I tell you the other movie which I've never seen all the way through, which I sometimes like catch a little bit of and then think, oh, it looks quite decent. That is the original Wicker Man with Britt Ekland.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that looks a bit
That's not
creepy.
a good, yeah.
I went on the ride at Alton Towers last year, and that was bad enough. Eleanor says, I really love the birds. Oh, not the birds, these birds. She says they look like lovebirds. They are lovebirds. It reminds me of my mum and her boyfriend. They are so cute together.
Aww.
My mum is 83 and he's 91.
Wow.
Ah, I haven't seen her this happy in a long time.
Oh, that's lovely.
That is really cute. I love that message. Hilary says, Holly, that's Holly Collie, doesn't like fruit, but she loves veg. She gets a Sunday dinner at her nana's. Molly sometimes gets a Sunday dinner as well. We usually, if we've got like a chicken or something, we'll savour a bit of meat and, you know, throw some veg in as well. It is the least we could do, really.
Oh, yeah, Willow loves a Sunday dinner as well.
The one thing we can't give Molly, though, and I won't explain the reasons why, but you'll guess, gravy.
No, we don't give Willow
Oh,
gravy.
no.
Salt and pepper and gravy. We give her the meat without the
Yes,
salt and pepper.
same. Meat and veg, that's all you need.
Yeah, that's right. That's what Willow gets. Yeah, same deal. Yeah, what we like, eh? Pampered pooches.
I know, they don't know how good they've got it, do they?
Oh, absolutely. So can you see how we've got that there? So then, I think that composition just works really, really well.
Yeah.
What you can do, other things we can do to this, we can use the gold pen. So if you didn't want to go with the gold matting and you wanted to use the spray, as I mentioned earlier, you can use the gold pen to just line the outside of the heart like this with the pen, and it gives it that little bit of bling. This is a great little quick alternative to matting and layering if you just want to put it against like a white background. It just gives you that little bit of, little pop of, the special gold reflection and bling, but without, using your card.
Like a faux matte and layer, isn't it?
Sorry?
Like a faux matte and layer.
It is like a faux matte and layer, but it's super fine as well. Like you'd have to be precision with your matting and layering to get it that uber fine, I think, as well, Ben. So let me show you what that would look. So that there can go with the, if you look at it against, you see the white, it just shows up nicely. I like that on the white background,
Yeah.
I think that would look really nice, just like that, with the love, like that. I really like that, like as it is.
Yeah, it's cute.
But if you want to get it more mixed media-y, we can create a background with the stencils.
Okay.
Yeah, and get some more going on there. So we've got the flowers there, which I think I'm just going to go with the leaves again. And we're going to go with the, let's go with the matte this time. Let's go with this one.
Okay.
But I'm going to, oh no, I've just picked up the shimmer. Bear with. Hello. Me having no inner monologue again.
What is this, the hummingbird?
This is the, yes.
Oh, hummingbird, yeah.
And what I'm going to use is I'm going to use a little bit of the glycerin this time because I want to make this lighter, Ben. All right, this is a dark, strong colour, but I want this background to be a lot paler. So I'm just going to go ahead and start stenciling leaves wherever I want. But again, a bit paler, hence the glycerin in it.
Definitely try this effect though. I love that, again, the kind of, what's the word? Not haphazard, but you know what I mean? There's no...
Yeah, the random.
The randomness of it, that's a better way to describe it. You know, if you're sort of afraid of stenciling or creating your own backgrounds and stuff, I mean, just have a bit of a play with this. Don't worry too much.
See how cool that looks? So that's what I want to do. Is so by creating a paler version, so less that. This is where just a little bit of something like glycerin and one ink pad makes it look. We've got so much more to play with. So let's continue with that because I like that look. So paler in the background like this with the larger leaf, and just a little bit coming round, and we'll get a little bit, make it, change the direction and have some fun with it. But this is just going to be so it just shows behind that, the one that's the main heart that's on there. And then, because we could use the glitter paste and everything, but because we've used a kind of a stamp and a smaller image, I think the glitter paste would be a little bit much on this.
Yeah.
It would be a little bit, that would be better on the main focal point. But I love that just subtle kind of variations in the intensity of just one colour you can get by just using that little bit of glycerin, changing it round. I think it which works a treat with just that one stencil, and you've got 3 in this set.
Yeah, Fiona loves this. She's just saying this. The birds are stunning, but the whole project is stunning. She says, I will definitely be trying this as soon as I get the collection. And Reed's Way on YouTube says, you will not be able to see seagulls on the beach in the same light after the birds.
Yeah, exactly. That's right, yeah, to be warned.
I'm not a seagull fan anyway, I've got to admit. Will I be more scared of them after I watch the bird? I don't know, probably. By the sounds of what everyone's saying, I think I probably will.
Yeah, Ben, you will be. Yeah. It was on Sky for a bit, on Sky Cinema.
Oh, was it?
A minute. But yeah, it's a classic. Yeah.
Maybe some viewing later on. Actually, no, I'm sitting in the garden when I get home. Hiding away from birds. What would I do if I got home and all the birds are in the garden?
Yeah,
not go outside. So now you're like going a bit darker, so you're creating like the foreground and background, right?
Absolutely, just a bit more interesting. See, I've caught that there in my hair, so now what I'm going to do is I'll just do that there and just make it another leaf. So don't worry if you do something. And I want it to be, I don't want it to all be just, you know, symmetrical, which is why I'm doing clumps of the darker ones kind of in little kind of compositions. I'm going to do another one up there because just for that corner, let's do a bit of a corner kind of feature. And I need to put one tiny little bit of this back out just to incorporate that last bit. But then you can, you know, you can get your bit of glitter in there where you want, or beads or little sequins, whatever you want to add to it for corner embellishments. But you know how that goes. Just a bit of glue and stick them on. But right, so let's see what we've got and see what we can show you, how that would come together. So just for the, you know, sake of not sticking stuff and time, if we line it up on the overhead, you'll be able to see what it's going to look like there.
Yeah, perfect.
And then, so we have that just with the, you know, with the pen outline in it, which I think looks great. Or we can bring a bit of that in and bring that like that. And then pop the little love over the top. And then again, if you want to pop a little few gems or whatever in the corner, I'm not going to stick these down, but you can do your little, maybe 3 little, I like to do them in, like, you know, when you've got like the 3 little from one end,
yes,
get them like the same size, like that.
Yeah.
And then we'll do 3 from this side. Or you can even, you know, do them, graduate them down a little bit.
Oh, yeah.
Your call, whatever.
Whatever you fancy.
Whatever you fancy. But all your colours are going to work. And even though we mix the colours together, it still works because we use the same palette. But there you go. Card.
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 Done. Card. Scene, darling, scene. So that was your Tropical Paradise collection. Love that. Just a quick question before we move on, because we're going to have a look at the Age of Elegance collection and hark back to a demo with Sarah from last week. But Alison says, I've literally just tuned in, so please forgive if this has been done today or asked, but what type of glycerin is used and what is the technique called? She says, I've seen glycerin in the beauty aisle in my local pharmacy. Is that the right stuff?
Absolutely. Just the stuff you get in your pharmacy is great. It's just the, you know, you get edible glycerin in the bakery style. Vegetable glycerin, that's the stuff.
Yeah.
That's it.
Go for it. grab some and try this out. What a gorgeous card, says Sniffly. Lovely, lovely collection. It is there on the Shop the Show if you want to grab it. As is the Age of Elegance collection, which we've got on the show for you right now. This is the Showstopper, which I believe I'm trying to think now. The Showstopper was was it an extra paper pad? I think. We will find out, but it's £144 or $192. I think it's just everything, and then you get the opportunity to buy extra bundles for half the price. I think that's what the Showstopper is. But let me show you everything that you are going to be getting within this set. The pad, first of all. My goodness me. Look at this. This is on that beautiful, absolutely stunning pearlescent paper. I think one of the most beautiful paper pads that we've done. If you love Bridgerton, if you love your Jane Austen's, those kind of things, this is going to be right up your street. And I'll do a reverse flick in just a second, because whilst you've got the scenes on the A side here, which almost tell a story of their own, the patterns that you've got on the B side are just absolutely gorgeous, almost like patterns of that era, of that time that you'd expect maybe to see on the country house, in the manor house. How lovely is this though? The fact that you've got those little pieces that you can snip out, like almost like the inside of a locket there, which you could pop onto a project. If you love to scrapbook, I think this is such a gorgeous pad. But look at that again. You've got the lady there. Just gazing out of the window with all of the beautiful detail again. Just stunning. You're going to be cutting into this. The little detail there, that beautiful sort of photo of the manor house. You've got a die in here, which I'll show you in just a second, which Sarah is using brilliantly, actually, to show you how you can, just die cut out various elements of this beautiful paper pad to create some stunning projects. And what's lovely about this as well is you do get your 6x6 pad included in this set. They are 24 sheets this time around, but if I just flick the other way, just to show you some of the patterns that you're going to be getting in here too. That's why you might want to get the Showstopper, add more of those paper pads in as well, because the designs are just gorgeous. And when you see it on these stunning pearlescent sheets, that is going to catch your eye. The 6x6 pad, again, take a look at this. What's nice about this, again, is you get different designs in the 6x6. And once again, lots of snippability. Almost like tells a story in its own, this collection. You've got all of these fantastic images. The lovers there taking a stroll through the park. The ladies there by the fountain, maybe discussing what they're having for tea. Or whether they're going to go and sit in the garden, or they're too scared because they're worried about the birds. You've also got more beautiful scenes of the manor house in there. And again, beautiful designs on the B side here for you too. I mean, look at that. Some images there that you almost just want to get a frame and stick it on the wall. They are that gorgeous. Alongside the 6x6 and the 12x12 pad, you of course get your luxury linen cardstock, all colour matched to perfection for you, so you don't have to go scurrying around your craft room to see if the colours match, because they will. We've done all that hard work for you. Next up, embellishments. I mean, how stunning. These are incredible. I mean, those are going to be for the most special people, really, aren't they? The fans are that big. You could actually, Nicola, yes, fan yourself with those. Why not? But you've got feathers in there. You've got envelopes. You've got smaller fans. If you want to make little, add these charms onto jewellery, you could do that. You've got your Age of Elegance pearls in there as well. There's hundreds of those in different shapes and sizes. Also, to match up with those perfectly, you have got your seam binding ribbon. And again, you'll see that all of this matches wonderfully with the papers, wonderfully with the linen cardstock. You've got feathers. I'm very surprised, actually, that neither Sarah nor Debbie wore feathers in their hair on the launch for this.
Oh,
I would have thought they would have done.
Much, but they think they could have made the effort.
I know. Also in this set, tassels. So yeah, they weren't wearing feathers because they had the tassels. They weren't wearing Oh, I see what you're talking about now.
I was thinking that. They didn't wear the feathers, but they wore the tassels. They were keen.
I walked into that, didn't I? And then you're also going to get your tricolour aqua pens in here. Again, not new colours per se, but colours that will work wonderfully with the colours that you've got in this set. So your tricolour aqua regency is sunset, is orchid, is magenta. You've got your grace, which is sunflower, meadow and aquamarine. And then you've got your desert, your spice and your peach in that timeless elegance set. Then you've got all your hardware, and just the value for money from this collection is amazing. So you've got your stamp and die set with your ink well and your feather. You've then got this beautiful sort of ornate bookmark die. Of course, you know, if you were a lady of the era, you would have been walking around, no doubt, with your parasol. You've got the beautiful fan in here too, so you can see how it all links together absolutely brilliantly. The papers link with the dies, link with the stamps, link with the embellishment. The embossing folders you're going to get in here. Take a look at that stunning Regency pattern. I mean, that is just gorgeous, isn't it? As a background, as a starter for a project, a really, really handy embossing folder. And this Secret Garden too, you know, again, you're going to be snipping into your paper pads, use some of the characters from that collection to create beautiful projects with, but I really think that that is a great embossing folder to have across like multiple collections. I can almost see like some of the garden gnomes in there as well. You know, it's that kind of scene that will lend itself, I think, to a lot of different styles. You've got all of your elegant ladies in there in stamp form as well. You're going to be receiving in this set the garden arch with that beautiful topiary urn. You're going to see the stunning couple in love. Again, you've got images of those within that paper pad as well. So you've got all of that crossover between all of the elements. You've got your love letter. And this is really, really nice actually, because you've got this die here which cuts the detail into the envelope here. So if you want to pop in the little love letter there, stamp that out and pop that in, you can. You've got your little wax seal there too, which you can pop on your envelope. I think it's great, and you've got all of the dies to be able to cut those out. If you like the Scent with Love box, very similar kind of theme and feel to that. Then you've got your vintage frame. Again, just a really handy die set, which I think you'll use across a whole host of Sarah's signature collections. The Lost in a Book, that beautiful storybook. I mean, how stunning is that? Layering up all of the different elements there to create a beautiful storybook project. You've got stamps in there too. Love Conquers All. Things like Sending You Love, Take Time for You, Just a Note, Love Conquers All. This is that beautiful, exquisite frame. Again, you know, we've given you that detailed outer frame, sorry, the detailed inner frame and then the outer frame, and then we finished off that collection with even more dies, so you can create your own little floral embellishment should you wish. And you've got finally your creator card in there as well, which I know a lot of you absolutely loved. That is that beautiful manor house. All of that is included within the Showstopper bundle. What a deal, £144 or $192. I do know that those items are available for you as individuals too, so if you do decide you just want to pick up a few bits and pieces, obviously you've got the opportunity to do that as well. Now, I thought it might be quite nice, seeing as a lot of you are still loving the Age of Elegance collection and a few of you haven't yet picked it up, to see a demo with it. So let us go back to last Wednesday, Tuesday, and have a look at a demo which actually Sarah did in the second show of the day. A lot of people were asking, because we had a candle on set, didn't we, that had that beautiful detail around it. And a lot of people were saying, well, how is that achieved? So in between shows, I think Jake ran to the shops, bought a candle, Sarah borrowed some toilet roll, and then did this incredible demo. Look at this. It is a fantastic demo with Sarah, and we'll meet you back here in about 10 minutes.
So if you missed the beginning of the show, guys, right, as I am Little Miss Amenable, happy to do whatever you need, right, somebody was like, oh, can you show us how you do that candle, Sarah? I mean, that is impressive, isn't it?
That is
right?
really impressive.
So I'm going to show you how to do that candle.
Okay.
Right? My heart is and always will be yours.
Oh.
Right? So we are going to try. Now, bear in mind, I haven't pre-planned this, so we're just winging it a little bit.
Okay.
So it might not look exactly like that, right? But you're going to learn the technique. Just the process, right?
Okay.
So, you need some toilet paper, right? So you're going to take a little bit of your loo roll, right? And what we're going to do is, I'm going to stamp onto the loo roll. So I think I'll use black, right, instead of the grey. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to stamp that lovely couple, and I'm just going to take her and stamp her on here. All right, so there we go. I'm going to pop her down here. So there's the first couple.
Yeah.
Right. And then I noticed, as well as the couple,
Yeah.
stamped nicely, that hasn't it? There was also quite a little bit of the rose. So I'm going to take that rose, and we're just going to stamp a few of the roses all the way around. Talk amongst yourselves.
Rachel's saying plain tissue paper. If you have that, I'm guessing you could use.
Oh, if you've got plain tissue paper, brilliant. Guys,
Yeah.
I was improvising with what we had in the office. And I looked in the ladies' loo and we had a bit of toilet paper. So, yeah, so you've got the toilet paper.
Just waiting for a shower in the ladies' toilet in a minute. You wait.
Where's the loo roll?
There's no loo roll in here.
I heard Sarah pinched it. Yeah. So, right, so...
Even if you're not putting on this candle, what a lovely way for you to be able to decorate your plain and boring toilet paper.
Nice.
Just get a roll, stamp it all up, and then roll it back on and stick it in the bathroom.
Nice. Do you
Why
know,
not?
it would be very fancy loo roll, wouldn't it?
It would be fancy loo
So,
roll. Just buy some really cheap loo roll, stamp it all up, and then go and sell it. £5 a roll for Age of Elegance toilet roll.
Right, let's have a little look. So that's going to go... That's going to go around there. Nice,
yes.
Yep. So there's my, there's that. And then I'm also going to stamp, because I am copying this one exactly, taking inspiration from that lovely Jane Austen, My Heart Is and Always Will Be
That's
Yours.
your favourite sentiment, that one, isn't it?
It is my favourite. I've used it loads in this show. So I'm going to stamp that up as well. And
You're probably going to come on to talk about this, but I'll ask the question now anyway. So once we've done this, is the candle still burnable?
Yes.
It is.
Burnable. It is indeed, yes.
Okay.
So, although I've never actually burned one that I've made.
No.
I've made quite a few of these over the time.
They're
I do
too
love
pretty
them.
to burn now, aren't they?
It is a bit too pretty to burn. Now, if you want to colour it, so on this one, they'd coloured just a few little bits of the cravats and then the roses. We'll be here all day if I do a lot of colouring, but I thought I'd colour a little bit of the cravat. Now, do it with pencil, not with pen, right?
Right.
So look, I'm just going into the cravat, and notice I didn't separate the multiple layers of the rose.
Okay.
Right? Let's have a little
And does
look
it matter what type of pencil you use in there?
No, aqua blend, water blend,
Okay.
colour blend. Do you know what? This is the aqua blend.
Right.
Colour blend probably a little bit more intensive in its colour. So that would work equally as well. But I'm being very, very gentle, which is not something that's generally within my gift to be,
No.
if I'm being totally honest. So just try and be quite
Very
gentle
light
about
touch,
that.
isn't it?
Light touch is the word, yes. So light touch on this. But I am also trying to rush.
Well, there you go. And it was me joking just whilst we're watching Sarah. Rebecca Dancer says, Ben, decorated toilet rolls sell very well at craft fairs at Christmas. There you go, everybody. You're welcome. Take your Christmas stamp out your loo rolls, because everybody wants Father Christmas and Rudolph on their toilet roll, don't they?
Well,
you
now
could
we
give
know
the loo
what to
rollers a Margaret. I know. Let's not worry about this candle demo anymore. Let's just stamp out a loo roll.
Do you know, it was easy enough to do though, wasn't it?
Yeah.
So I don't know about, I'm going to be really honest, this is difficult colouring it, right?
Yeah. You'd
But
be
if
there a while, wouldn't
If you
you?
weren't Russian like me, it probably wouldn't be that difficult, right? But I'm going to give you enough to give you the idea, right?
I had no intention of getting this, says Fiona Fletcher. As I've got all the launches, but watching all the demos, how can I not get it? I've been here all day, mesmerised by the beauty of it all, says Fiona. That's the only problem, you see. If you tune in and you think, oh, I'm not going to get anything today, I'd say 9 times out of 10 you'll still walk away with something, especially when it's something like this. Look at that.
Yeah. So look at this. I'm going to take out the excess loo roll that we don't need. There's my design, right? Then my heart is and always will. So just need that cutting round around there. Even better, by the way, if you're doing it on tissue paper, instead of cutting it, tear it.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Right, tearing it's better. And then you just need to split, because it's obviously, because, you know, we only have the best time here at Crafters Companion headquarters. You're going to take the back layer off.
Right.
Because we want this as thin as possible. We also happen to have little doggies embossed on this tissue paper, which wasn't the most convenient thing in the world.
Little doggies.
Little puppies.
Ah.
So I am being very careful to remove the back layer, and I have stamped that didn't have little doggies on, right?
Right.
So if you've got the cheaper tissue, even better, right?
Okay.
And I probably, if I'd tried a little bit harder, could have got away without going over top of the perforation. However, it doesn't matter. Right, it's all rubbish now. So, are we ready to attach this now to the thing? Oh, do you know what I fancy doing? Although I'm going to do practice just in case, because it's really not a good idea.
What are you doing? Oh.
I wanted to do a bit of gold. Can you see it'll separate a tiny little bit? But I'm going to put some, where can I put a bit of gold? On the roses. Right, on the roses here. On his cravat could be a little bit of gold. I'm just tapping it on ever so gently. A little bit more there. Where else could I, maybe it's in a hair. Right, you could have like a nice little fancy thing in a hair, because I want you to see even the gold will transfer. Right, enough, Sarah, move away. Now,
Step away from the toilet roll.
Sometimes I just need telling. Right, okay, where is my paper? Right, so what you need is, you need a little bit of paper, which is the same height as the candle, right? And what you do is we take this, you position this where you want it on here, right? Then you wrap it in the tissue paper.
Okay.
And once you get to this point here, you're going to hold it nice and tight. That's
Right.
the trick, is nice and bunch all that up together.
Yeah.
Right. So can you see? So we've kept the shape. So I'm coming along, getting my heat gun.
Okay.
Now this is going to be nice on the probably on that overhead. Might want to try the close-up a little bit, because what we're doing is just melting the surface of the wax, and you will actually
so
see
it grabs it.
the point at which the wax melts and the tissue goes inside of it. Because whereas at the moment we can see the edge of the tissue. So can you see the edge of the tissue there now? The tissue will look like it disappears. So as soon as
you can see that happening.
Yeah, can you see that happening?
Left-hand side of the screen, yes. Bottom of the stem.
So you're just melting the tissue into the top level of the wax.
Yeah.
Right? And because the candle was white and the tissue was white, you won't see that, but the actual design will melt. Now, can you see I'm getting a bit of wax puddling up here? So don't overdo it, Sarah. But you can melt. Oh, I can see that coming in lovely. Right? Oh, yeah. Now, I'm just going to give this a bit of a rub, right? A bit of a rub. Move on to the next little bit here.
Okay.
So you can see the couple. Right, let's watch the couple up close. Melting into the candle.
Melting in each other's arms.
Melting into each other's arms. Do you know, I did my friend's wedding.
Oh, yeah.
And I printed a picture of her and her husband onto the candles. And so what I did was, I got some very thin tissue paper. I used stick and spray to stick the tissue paper to a sheet of copier paper. I then put that through the printer, printed the design on with the printer, right? And then I then did this transfer technique using a photograph. So you
Amazing.
can even do it with a photograph.
Just reiterate, Carol says, is it wax paper or parchment paper?
It doesn't matter, either works. Either works, but you do need to keep it tight.
Yeah.
Because you need to keep this shape. So can you see that it's losing its shape around the edge here? As long as the wax paper is tight, or the greaseproof paper, or whatever is tight against the candle, it will keep the shape of the candle, no problem.
Okay.
And we're just melting all the surface of the wax, melt that in. And your heat gun is ideal for this, being totally honest. It is the best tool for the job.
Genuinely never seen quite like this, I don't think, before. Seen people like stencil onto the candles with like glitter paste and whatnot, but nothing quite like this.
Have you never seen this?
No, I haven't.
Before?
No.
Let me just check. So now I'm going to look and make sure. Right, so can you see? Actually, that's a brilliant thing for you to see. You can see we're melted here, you can't see it, yeah? But here, you can still see the tissue.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's all right. We're just going to go back in. I'm going to melt that last
So
little
clever.
bit.
Laurie says this is absolutely brilliant and so pretty. I'm going to have to try this. Who's trying it? Let us know in the comments who's going to be doing this with their collection. We want to know, please. Janelle just said, years ago, I had a friend who wrote me a letter on toilet paper, along with some drawings that she'd coloured on it. I still have it. Nothing like being TP'd through the mail. And Tony Roosh says, I've just tuned in and I thought that was a tattoo. Someone's arm. It's, I mean, this is so clever.
I mean, that there, you cannot see it at all. Doesn't it look like it's been printed on the candle?
Yeah, it does.
That, oh, tiny little bit in there, it's just melting. Oh, and then I think that tiny little bit just around the corner there, just going to last little bit. And you see then the last one, once we've done that, remember we had the, oh no, where on earth have I put it? The sentiment.
Oh, yes. That.
I mean, I did stamp it somewhere. Did it get blown away? Oh, look, you saw the technique. You saw how I stuck it on, didn't you? I don't know where I've put it, Ben. Yeah. So let's have a little look. You do a little bit, right? You should really never do that without it being in. Oh, goodness knows where I've blown it to. Oh, do you know I'm chuffed to bits with that?
It's amazing.
You see?
So good. Absolutely brilliant, that. New favourite demo of the day.
Is it?
Yes. So I've never seen anything quite like that before. What was Digital Ben doing there? What was he doing on screen? What was he doing there? Fucking about. He's lost his mind, that Digital Ben, hasn't he? There you go, Age of Elegance. Wasn't that a brilliant demo? Just great to see it again. And if you didn't see it, Linda's just saying, she says, I don't remember ever seeing that technique. Wow, says Linda. And Chloe says, I just tuned in whilst this was on a close-up and I thought it was a tattoo. It did have that kind of feel to it, didn't it? But very clever, very, very different kind of demonstration. So we thought that's why we would play it back as part of the Age of Elegance collection, which is still available for you. Details on screen. Kathy says, I want to try it. If you do try it, make sure you tag us on the old socials. One final look at the Tropical Paradise collection then. This has also proved very popular today. I'll give you another quick look at the boards because I think we're going to do one final demo with Sheena. Going to have a look at the glitter paste that you get in this set. But these are all the goodies that you're going to be getting. I kind of like, it's a mixed media delight really, this, isn't it?
It is, yes. And but the thing is, it's you're going to get success because the colour palette is worked out for you.
Yeah.
The colours aren't going to clash or jaw. That's the thing with mixed media. Mixed media is all about different textures. Matte, shiny, smooth, rough, raised, flat. It's all about that's mixing it up. But if you've got a harmonious colour palette, which is what these ranges are all about, then you can just have fun, play with all the textures, but know it's going to work at the end of the day.
That's it, and as you can see from the board there, all the colours working beautifully together, you know, through your tricolour aquas, to your tricolour brush pens, to the embellishments that you're going to be getting in here, to your glitter glues. You've obviously got the spray that you've seen in there as well, that Birds of Paradise. You've got your gold metallic marker, the glitter paste that we're going to be having a look at as well. Obviously, you've got those 2 ink pads in there as well. So your Pearl ink pad in the Island Shore, Duet ink pad, Hummingbird. It just works perfectly. Then, of course, on top of all of that, you know, we're going to give you, as you saw, you've seen Sheena using all the stencils to be working with. So you get a selection of those fabulous tropical stencils. Again, you can see the crossover from this with the Amazing Flamingos. You've got a beautiful embossing folder in there too, again, with all of that wonderful foliage on. And if you want to be able to recreate Sheena's card from earlier on, these are the stamps that you're going to be using too that come with the collection. And it's just nicely rounded off with the fact that we also give you your sentiments that go with it. So the cheers and love, I think definitely you'll be using those with other collections too. And the tropical, obviously, the name of this amazing collection. So all of those are in there for £76 or $104. So just before we go, in about 10 minutes time, we thought we would have one final look at this. Oh, hang on a minute, you're spraying over there.
I am. I just thought I'd get ahead of it. I thought, well, I know we're going to use the texture piece, but I thought let's do a little bit of a background. Let's start putting a little base on the background and see if we can have a play with this. So what I'm thinking, I've sprayed that gorgeous orange, that vibrant orange on one side, and now I'm adding just water to it, and as I'm going, picking up a little bit of the colour and just sponging it out so that on this side it should hopefully just kind of merge into virtually nothing. So it's kind of like a graduation from intense to barely there colour. So the left-hand side's where it's all happening, the right's where it just kind of fades out, but it's still a nice, you know, controlled fade from one side. And I think just even that, instead of just spraying it all in one place, try something like that, because what I'm thinking, well, what I know we're going to do is I'm going to dry this now quickly. Let me just get rid of this background. And then we're going to stencil on that left-hand side with the glitter piece. So all the action, all of the attention is on the left-hand side. And then drawing it over to virtually nothing, where your wording or your, you know, your stamped element could maybe go there. But I'm going to have to speed dry now. Dry like the wind.
Dry like the wind.
Ba, 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 ba,
Ba ba. Christopher Cross. Ba ba.
Yeah.
Ba ba ba.
Yeah, that's the one.
Who also sang, what was Christopher Cross's other song? Oh, from
Arthur.
Arthur.
Arthur?
If you get caught up between the moon and New York. That was Christopher Cross, wasn't it? Yeah. But that wasn't
Also
Arthur.
did Sailing.
Oh, Sailing.
Yeah, takes me away to where I was.
Not We Are Sailing.
No, different
No.
one.
That was Rod, wasn't it?
What, sorry?
Rod was We
Rod
Are
was
Sailing.
He was sailing.
He was sailing, wasn't he?
Right, we're
Right.
nearly there. But I love that. That is such a cool effect from just one kind of, you know, one colour, more intense on one side, getting the sponge into the mix. So you've got that, look at that, fiery mottled on one side to like, whoa, pale. But still look at the sheen on that side. That just shows how powerful this stuff is, even watered down like that. So the next thing I need to do, I need to get some tape and I need to anchor this down.
Yeah.
And so I don't want to tape it on the front because I've kind of done it edge to edge. So I'm going to loop my tape back. Come on, come on. And I'm going to stick it on the back like this to anchor it. Oh, you know, when things start this, I've been packing up stuff in boxes lately, and I had one day where I tried to like cut the tape on the packing tape 3 different times, and it looked across on itself, Ben. It was like slapstick, but not in a funny way, when you've been or spending all day trying to, like, you know, get the job done, and a piece of tape is driving you crazy.
When a piece of tape goes rogue.
When good tape goes bad. So we'll put that there, and like that. That way there we can see it.
Yeah.
You can see that nicely. Lovely, gently. Now this guy needs to go there, but I want it coming off the page a bit as well. And that's going to go, take that just down there like that. I'm tempted, and I'm going to, I don't want to, because I don't want it to pull up the colour.
Ah, you'll be all right.
Well, what I'm doing is I'm taking off some of
Detacking
it.
it.
Detacking it,
Yeah.
yeah. On the jeans, yeah. That'll do. So, because I want to extend this space here, so that it gives me a bit more playroom. I've just caught over a bit of that flower when I come to put the paste on. Does that?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I don't want it catch there. So now I'm thinking that on that. Look at that. Whoa, fiery. Whoa, that'll wake me up for the drive home. All right, so you see this is sealed, so we're going to just pull that back. Try and keep it intact if you can. Ship has sailed, is what I'm thinking. Use my little doodah. I'm probably going to have to replace this. This is where you would maybe put a bit of cling film over it.
Yeah.
If that happens, that's better. Much neater. Look at that. And then, yeah, let's use that one. So this is chunky, okay? So what I'm doing is I'm literally just going over the top, scooping, and everything I don't use, that looks like I'm being super, super generous here, but literally everything that doesn't get used is going back in that pot. All right?
Yeah.
Oh, I am total disco queen here. This
Back
is
to where it all
juicy.
started today with Discolonga Max.
It was disco. Oh, we've come full circle.
We have come full circle.
Oh, get married in the
In the
morning. Boo, boo.
Boo, boo. Ding dong, the bells are gonna chime. Boo, 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 boo.
Oh, that's going on my car on the way back. I'm going to listen to the whole album.
Please do. And make sure you turn it up extra loud, particularly if you're stuck at traffic lights, and wind the window down.
Yeah, exactly. When you do behind the wheel dancing and all it's going to your head. Like,
Just look at the person next to you and just go, boo, 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 boo. Yeah. Oh, dear. Good old Max.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Right, so I've used quite a bit on there, but everything, like I say, that isn't gonna, it's gonna go back in the jar.
Yeah.
Okay, right. I'm going for it.
Yes.
Oh no, stop it.
Don't
I've
stop me
peaked.
now.
Oh, we have peaked. We have peaked,
Oh.
Ben. Look at that.
Yes. Boom.
Isn't that
Shakala.
gorgeous? Boo, boo. Yeah.
Boo, boo.
That I like a lot. So to be honest, I could have gone much more sparing with the piece. I should have done. That has got super thick dimension. So don't be as generous as I was there, guys, because it'll save some of your product. But look at that combination there.
Just shows how great they all play together, doesn't it?
Oh yeah, that spray background sponged on with that over the top. And then literally, I've got a little bit of tape there, be a bit more careful. I wouldn't do, if that was going to be a main feature card, that would be the wording over here or something. Mountain, like matte and lace, that one of those words, tropical or something like that. And maybe edge it with the gold, put a few blingy sequins in the corner. Jobs are good and you're done.
Yeah. That's incredible. And what a way to drop the mic and go. That was a fab show. Tropical Paradise Complete Collection is available for you. It's a brilliant price today as well. Should be what, £100, $140. You are at £76 platinum or $104 if you're a platinum member, and lots of lovely comments coming through as well. A lot of people enjoyed the Sarah demo too. You can of course watch that full show back if you're on YouTube. Just search for the Age of Elegance launch from last Tuesday. And what a brilliant day. When are you back in, Sheena?
Oh.
Is it next week?
So it's the end of the month, isn't it? No. Oh, I can't remember. But it's next month. I'll be back 2 or 3 times.
Yeah.
Probably 3. 12th of June. Now I remember I didn't. Nicola told me.
I know what you've done, Nacy, because I'm off next week, so obviously didn't want to come in the week I'm off, did you? You know,
I
didn't want to work with one of those others, did
I can't
you?
work without, but no, not bothering. Nah,
No.
nah, not having it.
No. So we'll be back together on the 12th of June. Don't forget, there's lots on the website. The buy one, get one free on stamps and dies. That ends, well, supposedly ends midnight wherever you are. But we'll wait and see on that one. What I would say is don't chance it and go, oh, they'll probably forget to take it off. Make sure you just shop for the bits that you want tonight. Because those deals will probably disappear. And of course, you can pick up all the great deals that we've had from the shows today. What a great craft vault. What a great Colour Me Happy earlier on. And of course, all of the deals from Masterclass tonight as well. The show was amazing, says Eleanor Schwing Jones. I have enjoyed myself today. Well, that's marvellous. And Polyco says, awesome. Thank you so much. And what a lovely show, says our Susie. We are back tomorrow. And tomorrow it is me, and it is also, for the first time in ages, I feel, Kriegel Beagle. And we've got an exciting day tomorrow. We have got a launch day, the Floral Aperture collection. Did you say he's here for one day only? Oh yeah, it's Becky, isn't it, on Friday? So for one day only, we've got launch day at midday, the launch of the new Floral Aperture dies. That is a 1-hour show. Following on from that, we have a craft along, and we've been talking a lot about the Amazing Flamingos. So we have got the craft along tomorrow, 2 o'clock UK time. And then tomorrow night, live at 5, my loves, we've got the new floral aperture dies masterclass. So lots to look forward to as far as all of the shows are concerned tomorrow. So I do hope you can join us. And as mentioned, Becky Swan is going to be making an appearance on Friday too with a masterclass. And we have got a cartload show on Friday. And Becky's actually in doing papercraft on Friday as well. So definitely worth tuning in for that. She's multi-talented, you know. Thank you so much to Sheena for a fabulous day. Thank you to all of the team for being marvellous as per usual. And thank you to you guys for watching. We'll see you tomorrow, won't we? But enjoy the rest of your Wednesday. Until then, thanks for watching and bye for now.